Captain's log 103-090-0113. Status, tired. Maybe playing God isn't such a marvelous idea. I really wanted to help. But it's obvious that some of those nano-enhanced Firkins have trouble controlling their emotions. Our long-prepared attack on the Naboru failed due to this. So much death for nothing. Solution? Back to square one. I'll introduce rigorous training to teach Firkins better self-control. Only if they master their emotions will I allow them to undergo the transformation. This revolution might take longer than expected. I wonder if they will still keep calling me Captain Marvelous after this fiasco. Next steps, plan the training. I should relocate some of my skills again. Parallelly, focus on AIDA and cryogenic systems. Getting inside the ship and waking up the crew should be my top priorities now. In the meantime, Firkins will walk their slow path towards the final enlightenment. No pun intended. Funny, I didn't even finish that bloody mindfulness course I got for our anniversary. Now aiming to be a Zen master. This must so far be the worst mission I have been on. And look at me. One big cloud of calmness.
him, Ascended One. He is of a rather dim wit and was poorly instructed. My apologies. I didn't expect you this early. May I request 2 minutes of your very precious time? Ascended One, welcome to the last act. Nice of you to join me for the end.
And you would be...
Regulus the First.
the first? Of what? I thought the Naboru had a queen.
For now. And let's not squabble about my sister. More important matters are headed our way.
Well, not really. Your queen actually sends me. She wants this gate open.
I would like to open more than just this gate for you, my friend. There is a whole world of options waiting for us, if you agree.
I don't remember sharing the way with you.
You shan't walk alone, for all our paths cross and entwine at the end. That's what our sacrext says, and I believe in that.
Good for you, then. I would love to be enlightened more by your ancient wisdom, but I have no time for riddles.
I know what you seek, and I can help you to obtain it.
Really?
Our legends describe your ascension quite clearly. I can help you gather the pieces. Unlike my foolish sister, I believe in our sacred traditions. Also, I will be happy to see you leaving this planet.
That was surprisingly honest.
We have a common goal. Why would I hide anything from you?
I suppose there is a catch in it.
No catch. I just need to become the king to be able to help you to the fullest extent. Which means the current ruling monarch unfortunately needs to disappear.
Oh.
To be candid, she only has herself to blame. If she had chosen a husband...
Then what?
Then the Naboru would support her. Alone she is weak. Yet before we dispose of her, my hands are tied. If you need our sacred artifacts, you should act. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Curious how often the Naboru ask me to kill somebody for them. I won't do your dirty work for you. I am not a hitman. Not interested.
Then I am rather uninterested in you. Bring Hadriana here, and I will take care of my dirty work myself. Open the gates! And send for Hadriana! There are matters we need to discuss. Now my simpleton of a semi-sister can finally come to me, so I can explain to her where her righteous place is.
Silver, we are pleasantly surprised once again. You handle even delicate tasks adequately.
Yeah, that could be my epitaph now. Thank you. Your Majesty, may I present the sour fruit of my labor?
Regulus, how ultimately generous of you to honor us with your presence.
Anything for the family, my little sister.
Little sister? How dare you? Don't you forget for a single moment that we are older than you and a rightful heiress to the throne. Your blatant unfitness to accept that reality has led to this sorrowful chain of events. We know this war was your doing. Now you shall be punished for your insurgency and this failed coup d'etat.
Rather big words for such a little sister. Do you have any evidence to back them up? Anything to support your unseemly claims against my person? You can't just execute a roy blood willy-nilly, silly.
What for? Your actions have already provided us with more than enough evidence. Barricading yourself inside the highest citadel instead of fighting the war of your people. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, that's a mere yet most unfortunate misunderstanding. I am a victim here. I was held prisoner by those monsters. Yet we managed to free ourselves and come to your help, albeit late. One might argue that the only evidence provided by this situation is that of you being a weak ruler, allowing for this war to happen. We all knew having a female rule over our glorious empire would be a blasphemy against our highest traditions. And we have brought the current rebellion and mayhem on our heads by this sacrilegious self-conceit.
Nonsense! Ratkin uprisings are natural and inevitable. Or would you dare to call Rufus a weak ruler? We have enslaved them and they fight back. Such is the basic law of action and reaction.
People of Wardenia, do you hear your impious impostor of a queen? Enslaved? Ratkins are things, mere objects. You can't enslave them. You simply own them, and that's what we do since the dawn of our proud empire. Such is our tradition, and our traditions are what make us strong, what make us thrive and prosper, what make us one nation.
Why do you waste your breath telling us all this? You know we not only respect our traditions, we embody them.
Then prove it. End this unnatural state of things. Give the nation a king our people deserve.
We presume you mean yourself.
I don't really see a queue of bows at your door, so yes, I am willing to make this sacrifice.
We would rather die than marry you, you pig!
As you wish. Guards, seize this blasphemer and—
Not so fast.
Silence, alien. You have no say in this matter.
Nonsense. I might be an alien, but I do have eyes and a heart, and I can clearly see and feel that your nation is divided.
Your feelings are irrelevant, worm.
Then let me present the facts gathered by me, an impartial, unbiased observer of this war. It is obvious that this schism is making the Naboru weak, and I, for one, second your opinion.
Good.
Her Majesty should indeed make an effort to unite your nation by honoring the traditions and accepting an appropriate husband.
Do you hear that? Even an alien has a better understanding of the importance of our traditions than you do, little sister.
And such a husband should deserve the respect of the Naboru people. It has to be somebody your nation could love and support for his deeds. Do we share this vision?
Of course. I wholeheartedly support your conclusion, dear impartial, unbiased, and enlightened observer.
Then there is a simple and obvious solution that will make almost everyone happy. Your Majesty, why don't you marry the noble hero who relieved your nation of that Ratkin general?
You?
Indeed.
Well, yes, of course. It is the only logical conclusion, far superior to marrying my half-witted half-brother. With one major issue. Nobody knows you are the hero.
You do, Your Majesty, and you can easily vouch for me. I am sure your people would believe their queen.
But that's—
Silence! We are the queen and we have spoken. The Naboru shall have the king they deserve. We shall marry the true and modest hero of the Ratkin War, the soon-to-be revered slayer of the Ratkin general. Our nation will once again stand strong and united. And since this is sorted, would you care to elucidate the circumstances of your strangely convenient imprisonment and timely release?
Let me just say this. You will pay for this. Guards, retreat! Back to the citadel!
I presume your business is entirely with Her Majesty. Please, spare me the chat.
Your half-brother certainly has a knack for dramatic entrances, and family drama, also dramatic exits.
We are sorry for this unpleasant experience, and thank you for your intervention. Please, come with us. We are sure regulars will not give up easily. Your services might still be direly needed. Marshal, gather what is left of your men, then come and join us. Citadel. At last. It is probably still infested with those monsters regulars brought here. Yet there is still a secluded, safe place where we can talk. Come. Here we are. No, not here. God! Silver.
Your Majesty.
Now we can talk. Your suggestion forced Regulus to show his real intentions. What a splendidly cunning trick.
Trick? I honestly thought you were going with it. Impressive acting then, Your Majesty.
Well, Let's say we will consider our options. It might certainly help the peace. Yet now we need to focus on more pressing matters. Have you seen that horrendous monster?
Unfortunately.
Even our legends don't speak of such atrocities.
I guess not many legends in general cover alien invasions.
At least we are lucky to have our own alien helping us. It bothers me greatly to ask you this, but
Yes?
you know there is very little left of our kin. I can't simply send them to their deaths. And since you carry the gift of immortality... Oh, our dear Marshal Gracchus is here. Well, here we have it. Perfect timing, my Marshal! Marshal, thank you for joining Your Majesty so swiftly. We want a full report on our combat readiness.
I regret to say that there is very little to report on, my queen. Most of our men are still dealing with rats in the mines. We have only a handful of combat-ready soldiers.
That's what we feared. Thank you, Marshal. As you see, Silver, your gift of immortality could save many mortal lives yet again. We will need your services one last time, before we join our hands in marriage.
What shall I do?
Relieve us of those abominations.
With pleasure.
And capture Regulus.
Capture? After all this?
He still has royal blood running in his veins. I can't just have him killed.
Yeah, I'm sure he would do the same in your place. Well, as you wish, my lady.
We do wish. Thank you. Guards, seal the gate. No entry, no exit. Apart from the immortal one, of course. You might proceed now.
Captain's log 103-093-0624. Status: at peace. Like hell I am. Faking my inner calm for the last 3 years was probably the biggest challenge of my life. Results mixed. Many Firkins gave up and left the volcano. There is no way I'm doing the transformation on those. Others are getting better, might be ready soon. They call themselves the Pack of Marvius. Not entirely happy with that. Their pronunciation leaves a lot to be desired, and I never wanted to start a cult. Still, the end justifies the means. With Ida, I'm at a loss. She has cut all communication. Don't know what to expect. Still, I'll have to go there. My efforts with the cryo systems were completely futile. At least the cradle is still safe. I'm glad I took this preemptive measure and created the hollow containers. Yes, the Naboru might have built a whole monastery around its core and put the shell in the very center of this citadel. But that doesn't change anything. That's why I didn't bother getting the shell from them when our ways parted back then. They still can't open them and never will. Not without the deactivator. And they can have it only open.
One Regulus, delivered at your command.
This is highly satisfactory. Thank you, Silver. What punishment would you see fit for yourself, traitor?
Set me free. Make me your co-ruler.
What?
I was acting in the best interest of our people and the Naboru Empire. Many of our Akins share my vision. You shan't have peace if you kill me, little sister. Never.
Silence! Let him rot in jail. Take him there and join us in the throne hall.
Yes, your majesty.
Move.
Hey,
Right here. Filthy traitor.
I'm still Roy Blood, damn you. Why do you keep staring at me?
Just checking if everything is going by the script.
Very funny. Leave me alone.
Just give me a few more seconds to observe the outcome of your meticulous planning.
Ha, ha, ha. Well, I have warned you about Hadriana. You will see for yourself.
Looking forward to it. Well, gotta go. I'll be back to admire your schemes soon.
Silver, once again the hero. Tell me, does it get old? Very well done, by the way.
Petra doesn't share your enthusiasm, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, that happens in war. When you're on the losing side, you probably don't feel like flowing a parade.
Honestly, I have quite mixed feelings myself.
What? Why?
I mean, we're trying to be the good guys, right? That's why we're by Her Majesty's side. But I have been to the ship in the meantime.
Seriously? You found it? That's great news.
Well, not really. She showed me this security footage, and I think you need to see it too.
All right, hit me. Right, well, what does this all mean? Like, we're the good guys, but the Naboru were the bad guys. Because they've destroyed our cryo systems?
I'd say it probably means they used the cradle to genetically engineer the Ratkins. And who knows what else.
I don't know, man. Is that such a bad thing?
You mean creating insentient beings and then enslaving them?
How's that any different from, I don't know, breeding chickens or something?
Sentient beings, Brian. They think, they talk.
Right, I get your point. But that doesn't change anything, does it? Like, you can't really blame Hadriana for this. This was like centuries ago. She's really trying to make a difference here, leading the Naboru towards a brighter future.
Yeah, maybe. But I have figured out a few other things.
Like?
Like that David was our captain?
What? The mutiny David's ship warned us about? But that doesn't make any sense. So those notes, that captain's log.
Yeah, David's log, but that's not all. You are the only one who would leave on the ship, right? Because of the life support systems, am I right?
Yeah, I'm the first in command. I need to finish the mission. I couldn't sabotage it by telling you all that. You surely must understand.
You are one hell of a partner.
I just follow my orders.
And what if I told you that Marco thinks that he's the captain now?
What? Why would he?
That's what the ship told him.
Oh, so that's what his little tantrum back in the monastery was about. There must have been some misunderstanding.
Might be, but Petra says Ida is one manipulative bitch. Her words, not mine.
Ada? You mean Ada from the captain's log?
That Ida, yeah. She's in control of the ship. She's the one behind that vision of yours. And honestly, there's more than a few inconsistencies in her story.
Are you saying you trust Petra over me now? After all this? Come on, man.
Honestly, I don't know who to trust, but I surely wouldn't trust the ship. I mean, Ida. When it comes to it, it might be us against her.
This is a bit too much. Like, I don't know. I'll need some time to process this.
Welcome, our future king. Yes, we have decided. It indeed would be wise to give our nation the king they want. You have presented a strong case, so brace yourself.
That sounds serious.
Our royal wedding is indeed serious.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
The ceremony is about to start. We hope you are ready.
Can't wait, Your Majesty.
We have gathered here at this date time to celebrate the sacred union between Her Majesty Hadriana I and Silver, the human hero who saved us from the Ratkin threat by killing their general.
Your Majesty, now it's time to prove you know how to rule over the Naboru.
Our royal husband. Now that we have joined our hands in marriage, there is one more thing to be settled.
Yes, Your Majesty?
That's exactly the matter to discuss. Normally, it would be Queen Consort from now on. Yet I have happy but rather complex news regarding that.
What?
Our tradition prioritizes the male ruler over female, no matter if he inherited the crown or not.
So I should now rule instead of you?
Such is our tradition.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Traditions. Now you understand why I was postponing the marriage for the last possible moment.
Right. Well, since I am the king now, let's change that tradition. Once and for all.
But traditions are what?
Keeps your world together or something. I know. Well, some parts of your world need to change. I believe we have all found that out the hard way. So, this will be my first and last royal decree. Noboru women will be equal to men now. Queen Consort included.
We thank you.
No need, Hadriana. I simply like to put things right. And honestly, well, being the king here is definitely not my dream job. And I have enough on my plate already.
If we can be of any assistance, let me know. We are still wife and husband after all.
Well, first, let somebody put that decree in writing, or whatever you do here. I'll sign it on my way out. Because I actually need to go again. I am looking for some sort of artifact from your old legends. It's inside a globe, or an orb, or just something roundish. Anyway, it should be about as old as this castle.
There is such a thing, and it is not far. Our elders might object, but as a king of Noboru, you have every right to access it. It is right above us, where it should be, always overseeing the ruler. Accept this key. The entrance is right around the corner.
Thank you, my queen.
In the meantime, we shall attend to our wedding guests. Once you decide to join us, please dress accordingly.
Of course.
can't believe it. You married the Queen. Hadriana's now your wife. Go Silver.
Sure, rub it in.
Have you spoken with the Queen about the cradle yet? Do you know where we could find it?
As a matter of fact, I do. Right above us.
Holy shit. I don't believe it. It's been here all along?
Probably, who knows? I'm headed for it right now.
Great. Let's get moving.
Why do you keep interfering with my leisure time, human?
Have you located your orb successfully?
Not yet.
It is fairly simple. Just look directly above, and you already have the key.
Well, got the crate?
Not yet.
Come on, man. We need it. Did you find it?
Yes and no. I have it, but it doesn't seem complete. As if this is only part of it. Like some kind of container or cover or something. Maybe for the other half?
Great. It can never be easy, can it?
Apparently not.
I say check with the Queen. She might know where to find the rest.
You have obviously located your orb successfully. Why would you look so grim?
I just still need the other half of the cradle.
Lowly? Do you know the whereabouts of the second half?
They have the same statue at the monastery, so I guess the other half is there.
Then let us help you with that too.
How generous of you, Your Majesty. Anything I could do for you in return?
Actually, yes. We could benefit from one last little service. The next logical step for us would be to arrange peace with the Ratkins.
Right after crushing them in the war? Well, that's very noble of you, but also a little late.
We never wanted this war. We were attacked and simply defended our nation and people.
A nation built on slavery and injustice.
Yes, now we have realized that. It's a nation we have inherited, but we would like to better it. No more wars, no more slavery, no more hatred. We want peace on Wardinia. Will you help us?
That can be easily arranged, Your Majesty. I happen to know their new leader.
You never cease to surprise us, Silver.
Thank you. I might have helped him a little to get into office, so he owes me.
Is he a reasonable person?
Yes, that's the main reason I helped him to become the new leader. He wants peace for his people too.
Good. That sounds rather promising. Take this letter and bring it to him then. We will be waiting for him at the bridge.
With pleasure, Your Majesty. Anything for peace.
Huh? Oh, hi.
So, how did it go?
A bit of a hit and miss. I spoke with Her Majesty. And I have one part of the cradle. The other part is most likely in the monastery. They also wanted me to arrange a peace between Naboru and Ratkins.
Is that a good idea? I mean, it's Ratkins, right?
Yes, and that's a good thing. With Yossi as their leader, they can really turn the other cheek, you know? I already have the peace offer ready, and it's very mature. I honestly think this will be good for everyone.
Well, if you say so.
Yes, I do. It will be good for us as well. I mean, a bit of calm and peace would surely make things easier for us.
Yeah, you are probably right, but still, Ratkins.
Why do you keep in...
Our beloved husband, how appropriate for you to return to us. Shall we proceed with our plans to make the Naboru lofty again?
bring great news, my friend. Naboru want peace too, and now it's official. Here is an invitation to peace talks. They want to meet by the bridge. It's rather symbolic, isn't it?
Indeed. Thank you, my friend. Let me gather a few trustworthy Firkins. Then we will go and hope for the best. Will you join us?
Yes, absolutely. Extra protection for you, extra time with my furry friends for me.
Love the air here.
What?
Fresh air, the smell. It's so much better than in the ship.
Memories coming back?
Nothing of any use, just the stench we had to live in. It's great to be able to breathe freely for a change.
Sure.
And I wanted to say, I probably misjudged you. So, actually, what I mean to say is, I want to apologize. Sorry, now I'm just blabbering.
I like it when you blabber. It makes the world feel normal for a change. And actually, no need to apologize. I just couldn't watch this war. It was a last-minute change of heart. I really thought the Naboru would bring order and stability, so it's actually me who should apologize.
Apology accepted then.
Same here. Well, let's get back to work. There is still so much to do.
I know. I just need to enjoy the air for a bit longer.
I feel you.
This is nice. But I know you need to get going. They're waiting for you at the foot of the citadel.
So nervous. How do you feel, our trusted emissary?
A lot of anticipation, that's for sure. This piece is a big thing.
Breathe in, breathe out. Let's begin. So, what Naboru propose?
Your Majesty, the Ratkins are here, ready to negotiate. They want peace as much as the Naboru do. They have chosen me as their emissary, so things should go smoothly.
Thank you, Silver. This brings much-needed hope.
I hope you have something good for me. The Ratkins want peace, but also respect.
We are aware of that. Yet we must also make them understand that our hands are tied. We can't propose abrupt changes.
Meaning?
We can't simply dispense of our Ratkin labor overnight. Both our industry and agriculture rely on it heavily.
What do you propose then?
We will grant Ratkins all common civil rights and set them free. We need their work in return. For fair pay, of course. We shall also introduce a new set of specific laws, rat codes, that will codify our relationship.
I would maybe suggest tweaking that name a little. They are not too fond of being called rats.
So be it. Ratkin codes, then. We will disclose them in greater detail later.
Right, so what should I tell them?
That we are willing to pay 2 gold pieces per day to labourers and 3 gold pieces to their foremen and qualified workers.
I'll do that. Probably won't go into too much detail with those Ratkin codes. It's too hazy at this point.
Affirmative. Let's agree on the numbers first.
I did it.
Yes? What a joy. Those years of suffering, beating, and lashes undone in one day. Thank you, warmest friend.
Don't want to ruin your freedom rush, but there are a few strings attached. You know how Naboru are.
Yes. Tell me.
Her Majesty says you are indispensable to both society and economics.
Marvius knows we are. We do all the work.
She realizes that and wants to give you a fair wage for all your hard work and expertise. Every Firkin would get 2 gold pieces per day. Foremen and qualified workers, 3 gold pieces.
We can't let Naboru pay our kin directly. I'm sure they would rob them. All money should go to clan. We will distribute them.
Are you sure that's the freedom Firkins wanted?
Trust me. I know our kin. Also, we won't tell them. Honestly, they are not ready for this. Money would corrupt them. Gambling, Firewater. Sugar. Believe me, wouldn't be good.
Fine, I'll trust you on this.
We will get there. But for education, clan needs more money. Del Naboru, we want 1 gold piece more for everybody.
Sure, education is important.
And freedom. Most of all, we want no more beating and 1 day per week free.
She said something about making a special set of laws. I'm pretty sure that would include no beating. I'll double check, though.
Please do. Thank you again.
What news do you bring? Do we have our piece?
Well, it's not desperate. They basically want 1 more gold piece for everybody. For education. Oh, and also the wages shouldn't be paid directly, but given to their clan's treasury instead. They say they will redistribute the wealth themselves.
So the ordinary Ratkin will be enslaved by the capital now? We have doubts about that system, but if they wish it so...
Their last conditions were no more lashings and 1 free day per week.
Well, we will give them that extra gold piece, but only after a trial period of 6 months. They must prove they deserve it.
That might be a bitter pill to swallow. I'll try to sugar it up a bit. And the lashing?
If they follow our laws, lashing is, of course, out of the question. As for the free day, 1 per 2 weeks should suffice. Many Naboru are deprived of this privilege completely.
You drive a hard bargain, Your Majesty.
I have to think of my people as well.
I think we are almost there, my friend. Her Majesty just needs guarantees.
Guarantees?
This war has cost the Naboru a lot of money and resources. Still, they understand they need you to rebuild. They are willing to pay what you ask for, but only to those who deserve it.
Meaning?
Trial period of 6 months. If Firkins work well, they will raise the pay like you wanted.
What is well? To death? As they always want us to?
I'm sure they will be reasonable. They agreed to no beating. Same laws there for you and Naboru.
So we also get free day?
Yes, 1 in 2 weeks. To be fair, some Naboru don't get any. Capitalism can be a real bitch, I guess.
I see. Then tell her we agree. If they leave our mothers and Volcano alone.
I don't see that as a problem. They have 1 last condition.
Oh?
No worries, it's fairly reasonable. They just want all Naboru to stay away from the volcano and their mothers. Sure, there was a decent bit of diplomacy involved, but I have made them understand the situation.
You are right. We can agree to that easily.
Then you have a deal.
Thank you. We are glad we have chosen you for this rather delicate task.
Her Majesty Hadriana the Peacemaker. Sounds pretty good, I would say.
We do it for our people. We will ask our legal officers to prepare the corresponding documents shortly.
Sure.
Let us seal this agreement by handshake. Then we shall announce it so the whole of Wardinia can rejoice and blossom.
Little poetic today, aren't we? But you deserve it.
Let us join hands, and together we will build a better future for everyone.
Yes, I agree.
Are impressed. You, an alien, have helped to bring peace to our planet.
Well, fresh look and all that.
You have our highest gratitude. Yet before we let you take your justifiable rest, one last issue needs to be addressed.
Just when I was thinking I could retire and buy a garden or something.
We are sorry, but your green thumbs will have to wait. We still wish to get to the bottom of things.
You mean this empire hasn't hit rock bottom yet? I was hoping it was only up from here.
Enough of your impertinences. We ask for your help.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
We believe there is something more to this war. It was too fierce, too unexpected, too abrupt. Somebody must have orchestrated it. We know Regulus took part in it. But he is too dim-witted to arrange such a complex scheme.
I agree there.
There must be someone else. We need you to find that warmonger. His sole existence is a threat to peace.
Sure, I'll rattle Regulus's cage. See if he has something to say about that.
Update? What did you find?
Well, this just keeps getting more interesting. They want me to interrogate Regulus.
Interrogate Regulus?
They think he may know who was behind the war.
Well, shit. More side quests. But you and I both know the only way through this is to keep moving. And hey, I never liked that old condescending prick. So this might actually be fun. Come on, let's go.
I must say that I find your visits rather unpleasant. Could you just kindly piss off forever?
I will never grow weary of this sight.
Very funny. Run back to your queen like the good lapdog you are.
Actually, it's Her Majesty who sends me.
Of course. You are now tied to her apron strings, hoping to get under it, right?
As much as you were skirting around your meticulous plans.
Oh, so you would like to have all my schemes explained now. Why would I do that?
I honestly have no idea. In the movies, it happens all the time, though. Maybe the villains have too much time on their hands and just need to brag about their brilliance.
Sorry, not my case.
No problem. I'll just tell Her Majesty that you really don't have the brains to plan anything. And then we will try to find out who was pulling the strings.
I was. You can tell her that. I had everybody wrapped around my little finger, even that bulky and cumbersome Ilvar.
Ilvar?
Oh. Well, you won't get another word out of me.
That's fine. I think I know enough. Happy rotting.
Pretty clever, my friend.
Oh, Regulus isn't quite as smart as he thinks, is he?
You had what you wanted, boy. Grant me some dignity.
Don't blame us if you feel undignified. I'm pretty sure you did this to yourself.
Come on, let's go see the Queen.
Our beloved husband, how appropriate for you to return to us. Shall we proceed with our plans to make the Naboru lofty again?
It took some effort, but Regulus claims that Ilvar is responsible for the war. Should I bring him in for questioning?
Yes, absolutely. We never trusted that alien. He is all smiles and politeness, but his services and goods always came at too high a cost.
I'll go and fetch him then.
He might fight back. You shouldn't go alone. Take Cyrus with you. He will be thrilled. We presume he is celebrating with the rest of the troops in our tavern.
I'll be more than happy to pick him up there, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, I would like to accompany Silver. Could I be excused now?
Of course. We don't require anything else from you at the moment. And your presence would surely make this punitive expedition more potent. Now, off you go. Both of you. And return with that traitor.
Yes, Your Majesty. Of course. Silver, are you...
Indeed I am. Thank you for joining me, Brian. I could easily handle Ilvar alone, but...
Actually, no doubts there. I was thinking about going to make amends with Petra instead.
Really? What's the point? I mean, she hates your guts.
That's exactly the point. If what you said about the ship and that Ada is true, well, we might need her. And if it's good for the mission, I'm willing to admit that there were mistakes made.
That's big of you. I guess there's no harm in trying, apart from her clawing your eyes out or something.
I really hope she'll be more reasonable now, since you've arranged that unreasonable peace. So, willing to take that risk.
Respect.
Well, I'll go to the volcano and see if I can find her.
Let's meet at the ship.
Perfect. Best of luck.
Yeah, I think luck's all that's been carrying the day.